Stan Gibilisco here, electronics hobbyist and proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations, hailing from, well, you tell me. I haven't a clue, except that the planet I live on orbits this star right there. And I'm just here visiting the black holes of Dakota Territory, United States of Absurdity, to show you another electronics parts supplier website that is very popular and that I remember from my days at International Electronic Systems in Miami, Florida, when I worked for a man who has become probably the most important figure in my life, aside from my own father, the Elmer of all Elmers. His name was Jack, and I shall not go further than that. Several of my books are devoted to him, and I think I'll just leave it at that. The purpose of this video, however, is to show you the Jameco Electronics website, www.jameco.com, a link to which I will provide in the description of this video. This is just another online catalog, basically, of radio frequency and electronics hobbyist supplies and parts that we hobbyists will probably end up using in the event that the Radio Shack stores go south, way south, like so far south that they're all the way here, okay? But the point being that it's not a bad idea to order online anyway when you can. I've had a fundamental mistrust of ordering online for fear of being hacked. And as things turn out, I have been hacked a couple of times, and it wasn't anywhere near as bad as I feared it would be. Someone was testing my credit card, and I had to get a new card, and I wasn't out any money, and the credit card company wasn't out any money because they caught it, and it was for like $3.69. One of them from China, one of them from Bulgaria. Geez, you know, well, I'll stop there. I'm not going to get political. I'm going to go into this catalog. LCD products, liquid crystal displays. There you go. Digital panel meter. All kinds of displays that get more and more complicated. And let's see what else they've got. I'm just sort of showing you how to use the website as if you wouldn't be able to figure it out for yourself. Product type serial parallel. Serial parallel what? LCD display module. Graphic LCD module. I don't know what in the heck a serial parallel. A serial parallel LCD. I've never heard of such a thing. I'm supposed to be smart. Well, it goes, I could probably even fool you, couldn't I? Ordering catalog here. Let's look. Catalog. I'll bet it's a downloadable PDF. Product search. Okay. Field effect transistors. JFETs in particular. Junction field effect transistors. JFETs. What do they got in that category? Well, try again. Okay, there you go. Whole bunch of them. Now, a lot more than Radio Shack would ever have. The thing I liked about Radio Shack stores was their convenience. You could just go down there and to Spearfish, about 15 miles away, and look around and get various and sundry parts and come together and slap something together and then publish it as a book and make people think you're smart. Now, I'll have to go online and find exactly what I want, kludge those parts together, and then plug and pray. But on the other hand, it's more convenient in many ways to order online because you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to spend any fuel. You don't have to go out in a blizzard and risk your life. You don't have to burn up precious petrol or anything like that. Transistor type. Transistor type. Search within results. Let's go and do another search. Oh, wow. How about opto-isolators? Opto-isolators, they've got those. Now, I don't think they have any such thing as opto-isolators at Radio Shack stores, but they do here. This is a lot like Mauser Electronics and a lot like some of the other ones. Um, I think it's a little more user-friendly catalog, perhaps, than Mauser, but I haven't actually ever bought anything yet from Jameco. I'm going to have to get more and more into that, though, because the prices are generally a lot better. The only catch is that you have to be patient. You have to wait for delivery. But patience is a very precious commodity here in the United States of oh, well, what's a word that starts with A that means impatient? Oh, shucks. I'm at a loss. Discrete LEDs, opto components, manufacturer price, opto and illumination. Opto couplers. Generally speaking, these are in opaque cases with clear interiors. They have an LED and a sensor diode in there, a photodiode that picks up the modulated light. I write about these in my books. I don't believe I've ever actually used one, though. Shows you how much experience I've got as a electronics construction expert. I can tell you how to do it, though. Practice what I preach, not what I do. All I do is sit around and yammer into YouTube. Let's do another product search. I wonder what they've got in the way of vacuum tubes. Nothing even pops up. They don't even have them. Good grief. A lot of audio enthusiasts still swear by these things. Soldering equipment, chemicals, manufacture. All right. Well, you get the drift. It's pretty easy to find stuff like that. Let's just look under resistors. Resistors. Well, here you go. Carbon film, carbon film, carbon film. I wonder if we go under advanced search, what happens when we carbon composition rather than carbon film. Carbon film restore component kit. What in the world is a restore? Resistor assortment 1/4 watt 5%, 540 pieces. Wow, for $14.95 you can get 540 resistors? You're not going to find that at Radio Shack. Now maybe that has something to do with why Radio Shack is in such trouble. Someone made a comment about them that they're specializing in cell phone plans, and the only cell phone I've got is called a track phone, and I only use it to call out in emergencies or to call my parents when I'm somewhere where there isn't a regular phone. My parents, bless their souls, my mother, age 90, my dad, age 91, still alive and kicking, aliver and kickinger than I am, I'll tell you that much. I just sit here and yammer into YouTube. They don't even know how. They don't know how lucky they are. Workshop. I wonder what in the heck. Puzzlers. Tech tips. Hey. Soldering tips for beginners. 5 things not to do with your new 3D printer. Don't print don't print an angel food cake, for crying out loud. I've tried that and they suck. Especially seeing as I hate angel food cake. Well, enough of that for now. This is the Jameco Electronics website. I will again provide a link, as if you can't memorize that easily enough. www.jameco.com. Stan Gibilisco, signing off from a planet somewhere in orbit around that star, in this nebula, in whatever galaxy, in whatever universe. I have not a clue. Until next time, so long.